Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. I have a lot of stuff to talk about, so sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys, please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate that. Now, I did make a video earlier. It was based around XRP's price chart. If you guys do want to have a little bit of a market update, you guys are more than welcome to go check out that video. But today we're going to be talking more so about settlements, more so some updates within the SEC case and stuff like that. So let's just dive in and let's not waste any time with this one. So real quick, just to kind of address some Bitcoin targets, I actually found a nice tweet that kind of reiterates exactly what I almost said in that video. Of course, there was a lot more broken down within that video, so I do definitely advise you guys to go check it out, especially if you do want to learn more about this market structure that we're kind of in. Also learn more about just kind of looking at the market from a perspective like a technical analysis standpoint, but also to understand the leading factors that cause Bitcoin to have a major price move, or even XRP to have a major price move. Also, key XRP fractals are included in that video as well. So I definitely think that it's something for you guys to definitely go check out if you guys are interested into that. But here is the Bitcoin picture. I do want to say a shout out to the plan, or the real plan C here. We have 53K breaks. We go to the moon, 50K breaks. A little bit moon, 47K break is good, but basically when we're talking about 44 to 47K, that's our major resistance point, and no man's land, is 37 to 44K, and then of course strong demand is where we are basically waiting for Bitcoin to break down to, which is 33 to 37K, and as you guys do see, the red flags and the major warning signs are those major breaks at the bottom at 33, 30, and 28K. So just so you guys know, watch these levels closely. This is a very good tweet in terms of those levels that we are basically watching for key resistance supports, and then of course major target points that we are waiting for to see it happen, be validated or invalidated basically. Now let's talk about the settlement case, or I should say this case, and let's address like the settlement and stuff like that. So we do see here Ripple might reach a settlement in XRP lawsuit by April or May. Now, honestly, when we're talking about a settlement, when we're talking about regulatory clarity, regulations, and stuff like that, I do think that it will most likely happen sooner than expected. I mean, honestly, when we are talking about things that are happening within this lawsuit, things are moving fairly fast, especially with the Ukraine and Russia stuff. I think that really kind of streamlined the, urgency of regulations within crypto. And of course, we do see here, bags full SEC lawsuit against Ripple could end in settlement by April 22nd, or 2022, sorry. Judge Nepper knows exactly what's in emails and seen all relevant case documents in camera, including emails related to Hinman's 2018 speech and Esta Brooks notes. And honestly, yeah, those emails are like the biggest telltale sign for this case. I know that a lot of individuals, including myself, have talked about a settlement dozens of times, more so trying to see when we are actually going to see this happen. And honestly, I think that these documents are going to be the biggest, caseload for this entire case, and it's going to be the, determining factor in my opinion as well. We do see here, Finance Feeds reports the court's biggest decision in the lawsuit, according to XRP holders attorney John Deaton, is around the corner. The DPP ruling, which the SEC is currently fighting by asking for a reconsideration, is expected to be confirmed, and the notes and emails concerning Hinman's 2018 speech should be handed over to Ripple. The amount of evidence could be enough to corner the plaintiff, and also to provide leverage for an upcoming settlement between both parties. Attorney Jeremy Hogan, partner at the Hogan & Hogan law firm, has recently shared a document indicating a few roles that the SEC and Ripple will follow, including a settlement talk 14 days after the close of fact discovery. The last settlement discussion, which happened a couple of months ago, wasn't fruitful. The next most likely settlement time would be at mediation, said Hogan. So honestly, this is the thing, right? We're waiting for these major emails to be released, because when we are talking about a settlement, I think it's going to all be, realized through those emails. I mean, those are a very critical, significant thing to be, revealed in this lawsuit. And honestly, a lot of individuals are looking at April and May, or it might go on until summary judgment in September. If we are looking at September, I do think that September could possibly be the time, where we do see, a full-on settlement. I think that that's, more so realistic. If we're talking about April or May, I think that, could it happen during those 2 months? Yes, 100%. It could happen, tomorrow. We don't know. We could only kind of speculate a little bit, but I will say this, with everything that has been happening. So first off, we look at this tweet here. Now, obviously, this has come from A. Pompliano. Now, it's funny because, this is an individual that is a Bitcoin maxi, hated on XRP, hated on Ripple, but now he's, mentioned in Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell just stated that it is possible to have more than one reserve currency. Wow, this is going to happen faster than I ever thought. Now, he's most likely talking more so about Bitcoin. The funny thing is that we actually have from Jerome Powell saying that Bitcoin will never be the future of money. This goes back to January 26th, so listen closely to this.
Cryptocurrency system were to become prevalent throughout the globe, would that diminish or remove the need for a reserve currency in the traditional sense?
I think things like that are possible, but we really haven't seen them. We haven't seen widespread adoption. I mean, Bitcoin is a good example. Really, almost no one uses Bitcoin for payments. They use it more as an alternative to gold, really. It's a store of value. It's a speculative store of value, like gold. So we don't have, and people, of course, have been talking about this since cryptocurrencies emerged, but we haven't seen it. But that's not to say we won't see it. And if we do see it, yes, you could see a return to an era in the United States where we had many different currencies and, in the so-called, I guess, national banking era.
And this is also the idea that we are moving forward into sort of a CBDC sort of area. I think that we will see a digital asset become, a reserve currency. We've been seeing a lot of this talk around this as well. But also it's the idea that, we have been seeing a lot of talks around, Bitcoin and Ethereum possibly becoming a reserve currency. And it's funny because he even mentions, nobody's utilizing Bitcoin for payments. The same goes for even Ethereum. I mean, this is coming from David Schwartz himself saying, nobody I know uses Ethereum. It's too congested. And it truly is. I mean, honestly, nobody is going to be utilizing these assets for payments. These are also assets where, founders and co-founders of these networks have said before, hey, it's just not sustainable for mass adoption yet. That is a problem. I don't think people realize how big of an issue that actually is. And then we have a digital currency, XRP, that is extremely efficient, and you could utilize it and make payments in a near instant time basis, right? So understand that, Bitcoin and Ethereum are never going to be reserve currencies. They are also never going to be utilized the way a true currency will basically be utilized without major infrastructure updates and upgrades, which obviously are going to take a lot of time, and who knows if they ever will actually come to fruition, like Ethereum 2.0. So, there's a lot of things to watch for. And I'm not saying that I hate Bitcoin or hate Ethereum. I'm unbiased in terms of the digital asset space. I've even held Bitcoin. I actually think I hold a little bit of Bitcoin on Coinbase, but it's like such a small figure amount. I've sold all my actual Bitcoin. And Ethereum, I do hold a little bit of Ethereum, but for the most part, I'm also sold out of Ethereum. So, when we are talking about these two assets, do I support them? 100%. They paved the way for a lot of assets in the space, including XRP. But I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, Ethereum and Bitcoin are both going to be, reserve currencies. Absolutely not. Now, in terms of the SEC case, a lot of things are boiling up now. So we do see our most brazen thing I've seen yet. Matt Corva, on behalf of Consensus, praises the SEC for filing the lawsuit against XRP and Ripple, stating how much Consensus appreciate the SEC for suing Ripple. Not Ethereum and FinCEN should take a similar approach, including direct link to the lawsuit. And of course, here we have it, We've appreciated the nuanced approach taken by regulators in the United States, most specifically the SEC. Assets fit into the same box, more so, digital, assets becoming, possible securities or just in general currencies as well. And of course, it's coming from the SEC.gov. And we do see over here as well from Consensus, basically saying, hey, thank you for, basically suing XRP. here we have the SEC plaintiff against Ripple Labs. I mean, honestly, when we're talking about this, it's just comical to say the least. Like, it's insane. I mean, honestly, it's crazy to say the least with everything that has been unfolding within this lawsuit. I see a lot of this, being investigated. I see a lot of updates happening as well after, regulatory clarity is in place. I think that there's going to be a lot of investigations happening because there's just way too many direct connections to consensus, within this lawsuit, which of course lead us all the way back to Ethereum. There's a clear cut and dry corruption happening here. And we do see here, you could bet on it, at least the people behind consensus JP Morgan. We do see here, maybe they were the driving force behind the lawsuit against Ripple. Well, if JP Morgan and Consensus are in any way involved in the lawsuit against Ripple, no wonder the SEC's lawsuit is a doomed cause. JPM is about to be irreversibly and completely historically wrecked by Ripple and XRP. And those 63 emails, Bill, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Those 63 emails include almost everything within this. This is exactly why I continue to explain to you guys that we need to watch everything that is unfolding behind the scenes as well for the lawsuit. Not just the updates within the SEC versus Ripple, but also the things, that other individuals in this space are finding. So definitely shout out to these individuals. They have been finding some incredible things, and I love to see it. And we do see here, there are 63 emails with a draft of the Hinman speech. At the same time these emails are going back and forth, a memo was being written analyzing, whether or not XRP was a security. That memo was finished on June 13th, 2018, the day before Hinman's speech. Therefore, the people who responded to the draft speech wouldn't have read the XRP memo. XRP was battling Ethereum for the number 2 spot for years. What is the likelihood that at least one person in the chain asked, what about XRP? Or wouldn't today's XRP also not be a security? I mean, honestly, when we're talking about all of this, this is what we are talking about in terms of massive evidence against, this settlement, right? We are going to be either seeing a major settlement or, an ultimate victory from Ripple's side, and that is basically what Johnny Deaton's saying down here. We are seeing, here's more food for thought. We also know that the Estabrook notes from the Roisman and Brad Garlinghouse meeting favors Ripple and Brad. We know that because the SEC turned over the notes from the Clayton-Hinman meeting and didn't claim privilege, the SEC is clearly cherry-picking. One more thing, we know Clayton was the only commissioner to review that speech before it was given and who provided input. Hinman did not email the speech to Roisman or Hester Pierce. Why not? Because he likely knew that Roisman and Hester might speak up about XRP or other tokens. I'm very confident that these emails and the Estabrook notes are huge pieces of evidence that will drive either a settlement or an ultimate victory. We just need the rolling to come down as it should. And yes, we are very, very close, guys. This is why I'm talking to you guys about a settlement. Things are heating up. They're boiling up as well. We do see here, this is a very important observation. Usually after the conclusion of discovery, the clock begins. I believe, not 100% sure, within 2 weeks, the parties should ask in writing for a pre-motion conference related to summary judgment or Daubert motions. This seems to toll that role. And of course, this is talking more so about a 30-day delay here. We do see here with the motion to strike the fair notice defense coming up. Don't forget the judge gave the SEC a 30-day extension to reply to the 4th set of interrogatories if she denies the motion. Another 30-day delay. Honestly, at this point, I'm so numb to delays, but this could push us again right into, April or May. So when we are talking about a settlement happening in April or May, it does look like it could happen, but I'm more so dead set on September. Similar to, this article over here talking about, a settlement in September. Of course, anything could happen. This is crypto. Things could happen extremely fast, especially in terms of the litigation area, but it is, more so dead set on these emails. These emails are the pride and joy for all XRP holders because these, if they do get released, I seriously think that a settlement's happening, immediately after. We even see here, I'm thinking the same thing. If these 63 emails don't harm the SEC's case, then why are they so desperate to hide them? They're going to extraordinary lengths to prevent these emails from being a consideration during trial. They're probably, you guys do see they're royally messed up. If those are, made public, would be my bet 100%. I mean, these 63 emails are going to be extremely harmful for the SEC side, and I really do think that Ripple will most likely see a major win if these 63 emails do get released. So pay attention to things that are unfolding here, especially with everything that has been happening with a lot of these updates in this area. This is not even the only thing. We even see Link to, talking about, we don't believe XRP is a security, so we're using as a currency. Link to, which offers retail investors a chance to invest in private tech companies, also gives them the opportunity to pay for their investments using XRP and other cryptos. Link2 Inc. says they disagree with the SEC's assessment that XRP is a security and have sold a substantial amount of equity in Ripple over the past 2 years using XRP. My question is, if the SEC believes XRP is a security, why are they allowing it to be used as a vehicle to buy other securities? And why are they allowing U.S. investors to buy and sell it on exchanges like Uphold? Questions Fox Business has asked the SEC Gov, but have not received answers to. And of course, we also see here, I was meeting with Chairman Clayton. I met, with SEC commissioners. No one ever once said XRP is a security. They're pretty powerful, or that's a pretty powerful testimony. No? And listen closely.
Inappropriate activity.
Listen, it's the same with the U.S. dollar. Appropriate activity, inappropriate activity. Joining us now on the set, CEO of leading enterprise blockchain company Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse. Yes, of course, Ripple, related to XRP. Brad would know a thing or two about this, along with Charlie Gasparino.
I know nothing. He knows everything.
I know nothing. What do you make of what Powell said? He kind of gave it to both sides.
What did he say, though? Did he say anything?
It's not entirely clear. By the way, I do want to start by just saying that I and the team at Ripple feel so strongly about standing with the people of Ukraine, and I just want to put that out there.
Sure.
But my comment as I listen to some of the things I hear out of Washington is just I fear that there's a lack of knowledge. There's a lack of information about how crypto really works. And I think it does a disservice to responsible actors like Ripple who are working with governments, with sanctions.
And I also want you guys to realize, just how, the body language of Brad Garlinghouse here. I mean, it does not look like somebody who is worried at all about this SEC case. Looks more like he's, more happy than ever to kind of discuss about, crypto and basically discuss these frameworks and, pretty much talk about, regulations coming to the space. I mean, also, I'm not going to play this 5-minute video for you guys and waste your guys' time like that, but, we are seeing a lot of talks around, basically just crypto regulations in general. But a few quotes from this video actually were, Gary Gensler commented, "Hey, we're going to lose some cases." Gary Gensler commented, "Hey, we're going to lose some cases. This is the definition of regulation by enforcement." We also see here, on Monday was the last day of expert testimony. The case continues to move forward. We are expecting some decision from the court sooner than later. There's a little bit of a typo here, but sooner than later was the basic quote from Brad Garlinghouse himself. Honestly, I'm expecting a settlement sooner than later as well. That is why I'm more so looking at April and May. But obviously, I wouldn't mind if we seen a settlement happen in September. I know there's a little bit of a wait, but we are also waiting on crypto in general to start its major last wave 5 impulse. And honestly, the longer this kind of drags out in terms of the settlement, but also in terms of the entire market, then hey, that's more so bullish for us as well, because it does allow XRP to hit higher price targets as well as Bitcoin to hit higher price targets. Allows a lot more adoption. More so talks about regulations. It does allow a lot more time for regulations to be put in place as well, which will allow a lot of institutional money to flow into this game. In my opinion, there's a lot of bullish things happening behind the scenes. You just kind of look. You have to look at it and really kind of see the things that are unfolding, especially within this SEC case. I mean, these 63 emails are such a big key for Ripple's success in this SEC lawsuit. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. If you guys do want more market updates and stuff like that, you guys are more than welcome to go check out NCashOfficial.com. But with that being said, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.